Hey, happy day 535 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, also known as Pajama Grandma, chatting a little bit about getting back to reality. Been up at the cabin for a long weekend and having to go home today. So everybody's still sleeping, popping on to make what am I doing as I transition from the brick and mortar world of corporate America and offline businesses in a lot of different industries to the online world. Had the opportunity a couple of years ago to stop doing my offline brick and mortar world business things and explore things that I was really curious about and that I wanted to do. Always been interested in, since the internet came on board in like 1999, it was available to the rest of us human beings, not just scientists and the government. I got really curious about it. I never really had the time to dabble or do much or do really anything online until a couple of years ago. I got divorced, did some other changes in my business life, and it gave me an opportunity to say, I'm really curious about online stuff. Why don't I explore it? Why don't I look into it? Why don't I see if I can duplicate my offline business success in the online world? And since it's day 535, I'm still working on it, right? Now, after a couple of days at the cabin, I got to go back to the reality, my reality, right? We all create our own lives and our own reality, and I'm in the middle of a big move, so it's going to be chaos. It's already chaos. It was chaos when I left. It's going to be the same chaos or worse when I get back. And that's okay. Chaos to me is kind of fun. It's fun to take and find the pieces of the chaos that fit to create what it is that we want or what it is that I want. So I'm going back to chaos. I already know it. But it's been an amazing time. We've been up here with our grandchildren, and it's a very different feeling to be on vacation with the grandchildren than it is just to be on vacation or to be on a girls' weekend with my sisters and my mom, for example. And it's fun, it's exciting, it's also freaking exhausting. I'm gonna admit it. It's absolutely positively exhausting. I'll probably sleep in the car all the way home. If I can get the kids doing something, I'll sleep all the way home. So, getting back to reality, your reality, there's the rub with that. We don't always realize it, but we're continuously creating our own reality. We're creating the environment we're in. We're creating how we feel about our lives. And that's really a tough pill to swallow sometimes, because if everything in our life isn't the way we want it to be, we ask ourselves, why would I create this? Why would I create this mess for myself? And I'm not sure why is the best question for that, because, I think the answer is always because we need to learn a lesson. There's something we need to get out of this situation, or there's some way, shape, or form we need to grow and become a better person or learn more about ourselves. That's why. So that's always why. I think that's the first question we always ask, and it's the hardest one to answer. But when we answer that why, that triggers the lesson, and then we don't necessarily have to repeat that particular form of reality in the future. Although some of us are kind of thick-skinned and pig-headed, and we do the same lesson over and over and over again until we finally get it. I am a prime example of that, especially with respect to things like my health. I had to have progressively harder health challenges and health lessons until I realized, oh my gosh, I have to take care of myself. I have to eat. I have to move. I have to think good thoughts. I have to actually take care of myself if I'm going to take care of anyone else. Oh, that's newsflash. It's funny because we hear these things. We all know what we need to do. We all know what's best for us. We actually all know what feels good for us, but how often do we not do it? So often it's kind of the definition of insanity, where we keep doing things over and over again that we know are bad for us or that aren't good for us or aren't in our own best interest. We just keep doing them until finally we hit a wall and it says, yeah, stop doing that. That's not going to work anymore. So back to reality. Heavy sigh. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not. I really love getting away and just breathing and enjoying nature and the fresh air and the lake and things. And so it's interesting and fun to get back, but it's always a little bit bittersweet because it's so nice to get out of our normal routine and our normal reality. So that's it. If I can help you in any way, shape, or form, just hit me up, let me know, direct message me, ask me a question, ask me anything, and I will point you in the right direction. I won't necessarily know the answer, but I will definitely point you in the right direction and help you out. One of my things I love to do the most is helping people to identify what is the absolute positive next thing that they need to do. Because I have found that any big task, any big job, any big change, like moving, for example, is manageable, and it's a lot less stressful if you just say, well, what is the next thing I need to do? What is the next thing I can do and I will do and I'm going to do to move me toward my big thing, my big goal, my big project, my big endeavor? If I break it down and I just do the next thing, then the thing after that will automatically appear. That was a long time coming, figuring that out. I used to stress out and dwell over, the 12 million steps to get this certain project or goal accomplished. And all that did was stress me out and leave me frustrated because I wasn't there yet. And it was when I finally learned that, okay, I don't have to have it all figured out. I'm never going to have it all figured out because it's always going to change. I just need to know the next thing. What is the next thing I need to do to move me in the direction of that? Now, that requires that I know what my big goal is, that I know what I'm working toward or where I'm going, at least the general direction of where I'm going. And then I take that step and all of a sudden more steps appear. Makes life a whole lot easier. That's it. Well, make an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.